Let's make a mullein flower Sun Infused Oil. Making a Sun Infused Oil is easy and can be used as is or turned into a salve. Mullein flower Sun Infused Oil is often used as an ear oil. To make your Sun Infused Oil, you will need fresh mullein flowers. You will also need olive oil or another oil to infuse them in, a jar with a lid, and of course the sun. After they're finished infusing, you will also need a glass measuring container and a strainer. First, gather your fresh mullein flowers and place them directly in a jar. You can do this out in the field or harvest them as I have done and bring them inside to fill the jar. When the jar is filled with flowers, pour olive oil in the jar to fill it, and then put a lid on the jar. Let the jar sit in the sun for at least 2 weeks. Once the flowers have infused in the sun for 2 weeks, it's time to strain your oil. Pour your infused oil into a strainer and let the oil drip through to the glass measuring cup. You may have to let it sit for an hour or so. Do not press the flowers, as you may add moisture to the oil. Once the oil has dripped through, pour the oil into a clean jar and let that jar sit for about 12 to 24 hours. Place it in a location that will remain undisturbed for the entire time and do not shake it. Look for any separation that has occurred while it was sitting. If there is any, there may be a thin line at the bottom of the jar. That is water, and all the oil has risen to the top. Pour the oil into a measuring cup and stop when you reach the water line. Discard the remaining oil-water mixture. You may wish to add a few capsules of vitamin E, a pinch of Slippery Elm powder, or a few drops of Rosemary essential oil to help preserve the oil. For best results, store your oil in the refrigerator. When using the oil in the ear, gently warm it by dropping a few drops on a teaspoon and holding the spoon over a candle flame. Then use the dropper to reclaim the oil, test it on your wrist for warmth, and then add 3 to 5 drops in the affected ear. If using for ear aches, which could lead to a possible ear infection, add oil to both ears. Plug the ears with a cotton ball to keep the heat and the oil in.